Hotep. Let me first off apologize for getting a little sidetracked at the end of the last video. It was because there was so much that I wish to say in dealing with that, with the word and expression of mother. Now, I wish to get a little bit further into that and deal with the mother or the Neteru aspect, dealing with protection also. As you remember, one of the references that I gave is referred to one who is pretty much performing the task of nurturing and teaching and taking care of the progeny, taking care of the offspring. Now, if you go back and you read those references clearly, it doesn't necessarily refer, once again, to extremely a male. There are some cases where a male can be considered a mother. However, we know most often it's going to refer to the feminine aspect because we all come through a mother physically. We all come through a mother. Always remember that. And the mother does affiliate with the feminine aspect because the feminine aspect, what it absorbs, it can be impregnated, and it originates, and it shapes, and it forms. The father or the masculine aspect takes that form, directs it along specific lines, and enforce and make sure that those particular things are manifested as they are to be. And of course, the result is the action, or what we call the result, the action or the force. Consciousness, intelligence, and force. Okay, now, dealing with protection also again, when you study the science of the brain in medical terms, the brain has two major layers. One on the outside or closest to the skull, and the other towards the inside, which is towards, I guess you could say, the center of the brain. Now, the layer on the outside is known as the dura mater. Translated, it means hard mother. Pia mater is the one in the inside, and it's known as soft mother. So one is dura. Of course, if you hear dura, you can hear the word duration or durable, something that is hard, something that can take punishment, force, etc. Okay, so now let's deal with the word hope next. Hope is a word that is used to express that we will wish, or we will want or desire for a particular thing to manifest. However, there's doubt that it may come out, or doubt that it will ever come. Okay, and this is what a lot of us put out, whether we realize it or not. This is why a lot of our dreams and aspirations have not manifested into reality, because we've created or allowed the energy of hope to come inside of us. This is why religions that have a lot to do with a so-called savior or figure coming in and saving everybody is so prominent. It's easy. It's easier to direct all of your energy and nature-given power to something outside of yourself that you really don't understand. However, you want it to come into manifestation. It doesn't work that way. Okay? Now, you will notice that I say the word wish a lot. Now, wish at times is not necessarily the best word for certain things, and I'll explain why. Okay? I will read some references to wish. Okay. Wish. Feel or express a strong desire or hope for something that is not easily attainable. Want something that cannot or probably will not happen. Okay. As a noun, a desire or hope for something to happen. The union has reiterated its wish for an argument, which is an example. An invocation or recitation of a hope or desire. Okay, an expression of a desire, or an expression of a desire for someone's success or good fortune. Now, you will notice that's why I use the word specifically for that reference right there. An expression of a desire for someone's success or good fortune. Okay, this is why it was suggested to me, and also I've seen myself, why I use the word wish a lot when it comes into sending particular things in motion. However, when I'm creating in mind, it's not about a wish or wanting, it's about manifestation. And when you're manifestation, or when you're manifesting in mind, you wish to do it in present tense, as though the particular thing has already been realized and manifested. So it's like if a new car is what you require or aspire to have, you do not put into the universe, I wish to have this car. What you will put out is that I have this car. Okay? And be very specific about the car. And this can be for anything. Now, when we're referring to other people, that's just like, for instance, like my nephew, being that he's young and he's in school, has to have, some type of protection energetically because of a lot of things that's going on in schools now. So I would say that I wish for the best for him. I wish for protection to be made to him or brought towards him, in his endeavors. Okay, that's why I use it. However, once again, from the references or the definitions, it's probably not, necessarily the best word to use. However, there is some positive energy that comes from it. Okay, now, let's go into desire. Okay, desire. A strong feeling or wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. Verb. To want someone sexually or want someone sexually. Okay. Origin. Middle English from Old French, désir, or this is désir, from Latin, and desire is pretty much a very strong or passionate or passionate energy or emotion that we send forth. Remember, emotions are not for us to think with. Emotion is broken down. The E is for energy and, of course, motion. So emotions are meant to send things into motion, to send things into action, to be manifested. Okay, remember that. Now, desire too, as it said, is a strong, not necessarily wanting, we don't wish to use that. It is a strong requirement or aspiring to have a particular thing. Okay, now, to go forward with that, let's look at require. Okay, require. Need for a particular purpose, depend on for success. Now, need, as I've explained before, you all have been told that meaning. Also, need is a word that refers to something that is life or death, or something that, very, 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 very serious. Okay? Now, there was some other references. Origin. Late Middle English from Old French. Require from Latin require. Excuse my pronunciation. Expressing intensive force. Okay. Now, I've noticed when I put out I require, or whenever I say that, like I require water, or I require this particular beverage or refreshment, it seemed like immediately after I said it, I got it. And a lot of times I might be out somewhere, and it's not that I don't have the money or the currency to pay for it, but it will come out of nowhere. Somebody be giving away free drinks or something like that, And I've noticed how these things, or how these words have worked. Okay, now let's look at aspire. Well, in the next post, Hotep.